before we get to the real question, right, should Royal Ascot relax their strict dress code, because we've got this record-breaking temperature, but before we get to that, I want to know, how would you look in a gaudy fascinator or one of these hats? I want to know.
It might cover up a few of the kind of baldy patches in the pitch. I think be handy. It's got a 4G surface up here.
But it's a set. Let me just read a quote.
So is it a fascinator?
A fascinator.
Is that a hat? Yeah. Or I think
hat.
I don't know.
But let me quote from the website. Okay, right. A celebration of elegance and sartorial excellence, right? Well, so, I mean, the dress code
box ticked, yeah.
Yeah, the dress code anyway. Now, it's good because it does say no socks, which is good, because how many times you go to the race and you see all these kind of Essex boys look, with a...
So they've got to wear socks or not?
Oh, no, they've got to wear socks.
Right,
that's what I was going to say. That's one of the things. You've got to wear socks.
Right.
How many times you see these Essex boys with the shoes and no socks? You don't do that, do you?
No.
Unless you're in Greece.
No, unless it's wearing my flip-flops.
Your flip-flops on.
Or my sandals and my socks on.
But no, I mean, in the Royal enclosure, it's waistcoat and tie, black or grey top hat, but even the so-called ordinary punters have got to wear a jacket and tie at all times. Right. So they're considering relaxing that. Or sorry, there's calls for that to be relaxed, because in all seriousness, I mean, the heat is going to be, it's off the scale on Saturday for Royal Ascot. Yeah. Do you think they should be relaxing that? I mean, there must be a...
listen, I think in this day and age, I mean, to force these poor guys to be wearing the top hat, tails and waistcoats and all that stuff, this is inhumane. And by the way, in a spirit of equality, how come the ladies can take their jackets off? So they're all wearing floaty dresses and all that stuff, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I think that there's a few rules here. They can't have strapless. And
yeah, but they can wear a dress, so they're getting a nice bit of draft as well. So I think the answer to, if I don't change the rules, I'd be wearing a floaty dress. I'd be sitting on the frog.
And a fascinator.
Yeah. So the key to cooling down is, in this modern day and age, that's the way to do it, surely.
It's someplace. I have to actually tell
you. You like this stuff, don't you? Like getting dressed up, Gav?
Sorry, before the whistle blows, actually, I've been to Royal Ascot once, but you know what the funny thing is? The time I went, it was the only time it's not been at Ascot, because the course was getting redeveloped and they moved it up north to York.
Right, Royal Ascot to York.
It was great because obviously I had nothing to compare it to, but you'd seen Royal Ascot in the telly and obviously you see all the outfits and all that, and it just looked to me that obviously it's so hard you can't replicate it, but it just looked like all these northerners going and trying to be like the way it is at Ascot. So they've got all the good dresses, they were all done up, getting the best of the dresses, and then I just saw one woman scooping up chips and curry sauce with this great dress, and I thought that to me was the image of Royal Ascot at York.
Yeah, it sums it up
for 1 year only.
But you like to get your gear on for the racing. Don't you?
I'm not sure. The thing is, I don't think I can even fit into it.
I think I've worn a tie since COVID hit.
Well, I think that's the problem. That's always when you realise when you can't get your top button undone. So I think I would be struggling in that heat. Full stop. Never mind with a top hat and tails on.
Mind you, it's additions to these things that make it good fun. I mean, getting dressed up for the day of the race is part of the fun, isn't it?
It is, but maybe not to that extreme.
Yeah, it's apparently there was reports of guys fainting and all that stuff. Even the folk working there have got to wear a shirt and tie as well.
So I know, because I saw somebody saying if they relax the dress code, all that means is the paramedics can take their jackets off when they're helping all these people that are fainting.
I had one, like a cameraman was filming when he was keeled over. Which would have been slightly kind of worrying, but listen, on that note, we'll go and stick on our top hat and tails, and then go and lose our shirts.
Get the curry sauce and chips, or the salmon sandwiches. What do you want?
The prawn sandwiches or the chips and curry. I think I'm going to chips and curry sauce, man, myself.